Here, once the work...
That's true. That's equally true here. Using speech that is not the petitioner's own.
Your Honor, I would disagree with that characterization. Once the work entered the public domain, it becomes the public's work for everybody to use.
You can call it the public's work. It's nobody's work. It's out there, right?
If we want to call it nobody's work, Your Honor, then I would accept that.
That is more precise, isn't it?
Your Honor, yes, it is more precise.
Has anyone ever interpreted articles of incorporation as licenses?
Your Honor, a license is simply a permission that's usually revocable to commit some act that would otherwise be unlawful.
But you're not answering my question.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I think that the articles of incorporation would simply, I don't think...
The answer is no, obviously, because you're not giving me an example.
Not as far as you're aware.
Not as far as I'm aware, Your Honor, but there is a severability clause in the statute, so that if...
I think they've used the term anomalous.
Yes, Your Honor.
Which one, I just as a prelude to a question later, I wonder how a Supreme Court case can be anomalous.
I wondered that myself, Your Honor. I actually thought on the way here today that it was safe to say that when the Supreme Court interprets a federal statute that that's the law, maybe until Congress changes it in the future.
One would hope that statute is the law. You're not of the view that the Supreme Court is always right, are you?
Well, Your Honor, I'm just going to hold my cards on that one and say that in this case we don't even have to ask the question.
I can put that in a different way.
The government...
You're not arguing waiver of the standing question, is that right?
Your Honor, we have mentioned in the brief several points that the government has not pressed. We also
but you're not arguing that we shouldn't hear the standing question at all on the ground that it's waived by the failure to appeal the initial judgment. I didn't see that in your briefs, right?
It was not.
So you're letting us go right to the merits of the standing question.
We are willing to let this court decide that the government has lost that issue the same way that they have lost other issues that we have addressed, and for the same reasons. But we would...
Well, I understand that having asked you the question, you wouldn't mind if we went ahead and answered it in your favor. But you did not raise the question, am I correct?
We did not, Your Honor.